Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Got the Samsung Galaxy S7 right here in hand. I'm going to call it the S7 because that's just a very, very long name. Feels like I'm reading a book, and we're going to do a short story here. You got always on display. So this is my second impressions video, and I'm going to cover a couple areas and talk about one specifically that I talked about in the first video, and I'll let you know why I'm doing that. But always on display is wonderful. It's perfect. It's great. At night when I wake up, I can turn over and look at my notifications, whether it's an email, whether it's a text, whatever. It's there, and then I go back to bed, get up in the morning and respond to all that. So really loving the always on display. There was some reviews out there saying that the LG G5 was better than the Samsung device when it came to the always on display, or vice versa. I've had the LG G5 in hand, and the always on display on that was just as good as this one. To me, I don't care. Either one was great. Okay, there's no negatives whatsoever. They both did their job, and they both work great. And you know, like the LG G5, this device, the Samsung device, the S7 here, works wonderful with the always on display. There's no negatives on that. Positive thumbs up. Now, the body of this device is very sexy. I mean, it's just sleek. It's tough. It's durable. And when I say tough, let me explain that. It's tough because it really is. But the feeling, the perception of it in hand, especially without a case, I have a case on this one right here, and a screen protector, it feels fragile. It feels tiny. I mean, it just surprises me that you have a 1440 by 2560 5.5-inch Super AMOLED display on this little device. I mean, really, I look at them like, how in the world did they squeeze that in there? But it just, without the case, it just feels just so tiny and fragile, but yet it's not, because you can squeeze it and feel it, and it's just like, it's super strong. But that perception for me is there. It may not be for you, but we're talking about me. That's the perception I get. So with the case, it gives it a little bit more meat, gives it a little bit more girth, and again, it gives it protection. So in case I sell this device down the road, you're going to get a device from me that's 100% intact. Okay, no scratches, no scrapes, you know, no chunks of it gone out of the corners. I like to keep my devices looking beautiful and intact on the body, okay, aesthetically. So when you buy it from me, you're like, woo, it's like right out of the store, okay? So again, do put a case on your device, especially a device like this, man. It's just, look at that. It's just, wow. You don't want to drop this. You really don't. And again, a screen protector. But so always on display is wonderful. The body, again, feels fragile, feels thin, but it's not. It is tough. It is durable. That's just my perception. I wanted to go into an area that I talk about in the first impressions video, and that's, let's go in the fingerprint sensor right here. Press and hold, and we're in. Now, sometimes that takes a little longer because I noticed unlike the Huawei Nexus 6P or the LG G5, the circular fingerprint sensor worked really fast, really quick. This is more of a rectangular shape with corners. So if you don't get it on there just right sometimes, for the most part, 98% of the time, it works just fine. But every once in a while, you know, your finger, your thumb, whatever you're using on your hand can be a little bit off. So you may have to retry that to get it going. But most of the time, if you just put it right on, it comes on really quick. So it is pretty fast. It is pretty simple. It works great. And again, if you have to wait a millisecond, man, seriously, there's no complaints there. But it's, for the most part, it's very, very fast. I do like, since I've had one on the back and one on the front now, I do like the back better. Okay, I love what Samsung's given us here with this on front. I love having that security feature, but honestly, I do like it better on the back, and that's just my opinion. So now let's go into this little tab right here on the side, and in the settings, you can put that tab on the other side, and you can move it down here, or you can move it up here, you can move it, and you can change the size of that tab too. So in settings, you can take care of all of that. But I talked about this in my first impressions video, but the reason I'm bringing it back up again is I'm going to show you here in a second. So let's go into settings, and then we're going to go into, and we turn that on. We're going to go into the settings right here in the settings, okay? Had to remember where that was. Again, I'm still learning this device, you guys, so bear with me as I learn and as I do it with you, because this is what RAW is, right? And if I screw up, it's because Well, I'm still learning. So here you have the right side, so you can change that to the left side. So you can have that little tab on the other side. You can change the size of the tab. And right now I have it on medium, but if I hit large, it just spread that out. Let's see if you can see that again. It'll go small. Watch that little area right there. See that? Oops, excuse me, just hit that. We're going to go large. So you can see how that changes, okay? And then there's the transparency. So when it's on the side, whatever side you want it on, you can make it very visible or not so visible with transparency. I like it where it's set, so we're going to leave it the way it is. We're going to go out of there. Now, I've chosen the panels that I've wanted, okay? I got contacts, I got Yahoo News, Yahoo, however you want to say that, my sports, my weather, and my favorite apps, okay? So we're going to go out of there. And the reason I talked about this again, I really love that feature by Samsung. That's one of the bloatwares that I dig, and I'll show you another one right here. Now, let's say you're doing something, you know, you're working in your garage, or you're doing some painting in the kitchen, your device is sitting, and you want to know if you've gotten any notifications outside of using the always on display, but you want to see other notifications through your Yahoo News, your sports, any of the panels that you picked, or any notifications that you got turned on, such as your email, your messaging, and all that. What you do is you rub the device right here just a couple times, a little quick, and then it brings up those notifications from all the panels that you picked and whatever you have turned on as far as messaging. Then that, again, that could be email, it could be your text messaging, it could be Google+, it could be Hangouts. All that will come up right here and it'll scroll through. And what you can do is then take the edge of the display, and let me pick this up, get that focused, and go down. Now I got Yahoo News, no notifications, back to Yahoo Sports. Get that. It's a little out of focus there. Let's see if I can tap my Huawei Nexus 6P there. A little bright now. Okay, so basically that's how that works. Okay, and once I saw that this feature was there, and I had seen that on reviews, but learning to use it is a little bit more difficult because you have to learn how to use the curved edges just right and touch them just right, especially when you have a case on your device. If you don't, it's a little easier to learn where to touch and how to get that response the device wants to give you, what the software wants to give you. The device is going to work for you regardless, okay? Let me just tell you that. It's going to work for you. It's you. It's these hands that have to learn to touch in specific areas the right way, especially when you have a case that can get it in the way of that curved edge. Does that make sense? So basically, you guys, you just have to make this device work for you. Once you have been using it every day as a daily driver, the touch and response that you're going to get from the S7Edge is going to start to work for you, because it wants to work for you. It wants to work hard, man. It's a powerful device underneath the hood with that Qualcomm Snapdragon 820. So there you go. There's my second impressions on this device. I will cover camera later and a couple other areas on this device as I keep using it. Again, if there's anything you want to know about this device, let me know in the feedback so I can cover those areas if I can, okay? Please leave feedback. Love getting back to that. So I appreciate it. But I'm going to just cover one more area really quick, okay? And I already opened up this box, so it wouldn't take forever. But here we go. I got something from Amazon. What is it? Yootech screen protectors and a SpigenCase for the Galaxy S7Edge. So let's open up the screen protectors really quick. Try not to keep you too long. See where this opens up. Okay, here we go. Sorry, you guys. I know this is turning out to be a long video. There we go. Okay, let me get that out of the way. And these are basically screen protectors. There's two of them in here by Yootech. And just like my last video, it's got curved edges. Right here and right here, they're going to curve just a tad bit, so they curve with the display. And I will try these ones out. So, and it's going to go all the way to the corners. The one I have on here right now doesn't go all the way to the corner, but these are supposed to go all the way to the corners, which will be nice to have a case on with it, because if they don't go all the way to the corner, sometimes, depending on the case you have, it could push up on that screen protector. So that's why you don't want to spend a lot of money. That's why you go to Amazon and just spend a few bucks. So in case it doesn't work, you can return it, get something else. Here's the SpigenCase. And I ordered this gunmetal. It's hard plastic shell. But man, it feels grippy. It feels nice. It's your cutout for your camera, speaker, USB charging port, microphone, and your headphone jack. Open area where your power button will be. Open area where your volume rocker will be. Again, your camera. Up top, microphone. So we're going to take off this plastic case and put on this sexy gunmetal. Wow. See, the volume rocker is open right there. Okay. There's all your opening there. Your speaker, microphone, charging port, headphone jack, power button, and then your other microphone. And as you can see really close there, see how that's raised? That's on the bottom too. What's nice about that is because when you set that down flush like on a desk or a table, that means that there's going to be a little distance between your display and the flat surface. So that's going to be really sweet, so your display isn't touching the flat surface. I like that a lot. And you can see these corners are cut out right here, and that's the area that's going to, if you drop this device, this beautiful S7Edge on the ground, on concrete, that should absorb the shock. The way that that's aesthetically been made there, that area, that is to absorb shock. That is gorgeous, man. Look at that. And then you got your edges are open all right there, so you'll be able to play with your edges there with your notifications. So that's a sweet looking case, man. Glad I picked that up. Look at that. Wow. Yes, the S7Edge. Hey, you guys. Thanks for watching, man. Spread the word through your social media. Okay? Thanks. Thumbs up, thumbs down, feedback, response. Become a part of the team. Subscribe. All of those good things, man. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for being a part of the team. I'm out. Peace. Have a great day. God bless.